Namaste everyone, welcome to this new meeting. Today is a class of Vasanas and Samaskaras. So let's go for this class is not an easy class, it's 1 hour class. It's many subject and is a subject delicate because it speaks about karma, about karmic impression, that the imprint in ourselves, So I invite you just to sit for a while, close your eyes for 30 seconds, like this, and slowly interiorize, enter in your heart, in your deeper being. Have a long inhalation and exhalation. Removing all the past thoughts, avoiding to project anything in the future. Just be present, soham, just be here. And slowly open your eyes. We all born, right? And we all have to die. And we all have to live. India says you must live. Others will say, I want to live. I want to live my life as I want. Okay. India says you must live your life according to the qualities that you have, according to the body that you have, according to the mind you have, the intellect that you have, and according to this, to the impressions from past life that your genetical code has gathered for you, for me, individually to each one of us. We have like hard drive inside of ourselves, like the memory from past life, because we are talking about Indian scriptures that past life, karma, sanatan dharma, what is the mission I have in my life, where I'm coming from, where I am going, the question why I'm here. All those questions are the yogis questions. The yogis, when they sat and they meditate, they were asking these questions, and they figure out also that once you're born, especially in the first years of your life, you get bombarded by information, impressions, especially from your mother and your father. So let's say it like this. In the tantric Ayurveda is the Indian medicine. In the tantric Ayurveda, we can see it in that way, that my father brings to me individually 1/3 of his karma, his past experience somehow. Related also to the lineage of my father, his mother, his father, the grandfathers, and all along, the lineage of my father. Same as per my mother, I gather some imprint of my mother. And when the sperm and the egg get together, the fetus start to grow. In that moment, from past life, the soul, the individual soul called Jiva, Jivatman or Atman, enters in the body and take place in the heart. Create this cocoon in the heart chakra, and soul stops here. Individual soul, individual spirit, that higher consciousness that is the one who witnesses everything in our life. But there is an imprint, there is an impression from past life, because India believes that each life we have to live, it's made to experience that life again, to remove as much as possible of the past karmas, the past action we did in past life, past experience, and we are here to experience it and to remove them. Many times you see people saying, yeah, I'm trying to do the best in my life, I eat good, I think good, I'm trying to be a good person, but I'm suffering, I'm unhappy. Why? Why is this? Well, India has a very, very short but very clear explanation to it. It's because you are still paying the karmas, the actions of your past life. Yeah? So as long as we suffer, means that we have something to remove from our bodies. We have 5 bodies. We have one video in the school that speaks about the 5 koshas. We are not going into it. Is in the program. But somehow it's related to this, to the body, the mind, and the intellect. You can see it in here. We have the body, the mind, and the intellect, representing the 3 equipments of our body. So in life we have to go through this karmic duties, actions, and reactions. I do this, there is a reaction in my body. If I do it painfully, strongly, deeply, I will hurt myself. So anything we say, anything we think, everything we speak, every movement we do towards another person, towards ourselves, there is an action and a reaction. This is the law of karma. But today we want to go to the Vasanas and the Samaskaras, this karmic imprint and impressions in our life. Let's take a stone, just a stone. It's like not moving, it's inert, but somehow it has a body. So this is the first. What we have is a body, is a physical body, the gross matter in our physical body. And then let's step from the mineral world, stones, let's step to the world of, let's call it vegetation or plants, nature, who has a body, but who also has a little bit, a glimpse of mind. Why? Because the plant looking for the sun, and they know they need to gather the energy of the sun to grow. Some plants follow the sun. Some plants close themselves in the night time. Some plants or flowers open because they nourish themselves from the moonlight, right? So they have this glimpse of mind. Then we step to the animal kingdom. There the mind is more developed. So we have the body and the mind in the animal kingdom. Looking for food, looking for refugee. And there is this natural cycle of reproduction in the animal kingdom. Like see the bees. Bzzz. The bees, they build their house, the beehives, right? They build their house. It's a perfect, geometry that has been made long time ago, And no architect today can really understand how the perfection of a beehive or bee house it is. It's so complex, full of labyrinths inside, because it has its own intelligence, kept in the memory. And instinctively, they know how to do it. And this is the difference in between the animal kingdom and the human being. The human being get this, the intellect, that discriminative mind, the analyzing mind, the calculative mind. Yeah. It is a complex system that probably you have seen in your life or around you. Intellect may and create a lot of trouble in human mind, especially if we are not aware of it, and especially if we don't know how to use this tool. They give us a tool, a very complex tool, without the manual. And we go like ghosts in life, trying to live the life without the manual, and hurting ourselves against walls and holes and obstacles in our life, because nobody really taught us how to use it. At school they're not teaching us how to use these three bodies. They teach us something different. I'm not going into it. So the yogis, yes, the yogis sat by the fire in the night time, maybe with full moon, maybe with black moon, looking, observing the sky and figuring it out that there is something more. The something more is the consciousness related to Om. Om, which is the sound. It's not the sound of the creation, but it is related to Nada. Nada is the complete expansion of the sound of the creation of the universe. Let's stick in this, not going into much beautiful mythology of philosophy related to Om. And so the body, the mind and the intellect are the three equipments of our body. My body is made of flesh, of bones, tendons, a brain. It's like a car. You build up a car, you put the wheels, you put the doors, you put the windows, you put everything, the engine, and you have the car. And the car is not functioning. It's just not moving. It's like our body. Our body, what needs? We all need something to move on. This is the prana, the gasoil, the gas, the petrol, the electricity, to make the car moving. Car moves because of petrol. The heaters, they heat because of gas, and the light is because of electricity. So we also need that. So this is the basic what we have in our body. So what are these Vasanas and Samaskaras? They're uncomfortable, because they are related. I'm going to tap into Indian astrology, and just to show you one planet of Indian astrology, which is Ketu. And Ketu is related to past, our past life, our past emotions, our past, everything we gather from past life is related to Ketu. And Ketu is a planet, as you can see, who has no head. It's hard for him to think, to see, to smell, because he doesn't have the five senses. And in our life we suffer because of the Vasanas, this imprint that we have, these habits, this desire, this unmanifested desire we have inside of us that creates so many troubles in people's life. Because we all the time rely to something we desire for, and not getting it creates suffering, or creates something different from it, an expectation, we suffer. The Vasana are like these old memories that bring people to more suffering, because I'm an angry person. I have to scream at you all the time, you know? Yes, it's an old pattern. Do you want to change it, or do you want to stick on it and keep on hurting other people by the bad words that you are saying, because you are an angry person? And it's very difficult to go at the source of it, to transform this. And you cannot heal yourself if you don't go into the dark side of our being. Because we are talking here about something very deep, profound, karmic. Karma means past actions, what we did before in past life. If you believe in past life, you don't believe in past life. If you believe in reincarnation, you don't believe in reincarnation. This is not the topic. What I'm here for today is to explain what are the Vasanas and the Samaskaras. I'm not forcing you to believe in reincarnation. I'm not forcing anyone to believe in anything. I'm just going through the explanation of this class. That don't take it too seriously. If you're skeptical, just listen. Maybe just listen and see how this class can move something inside of you, maybe or not. So the Vasanas are those usually related to tendencies. We can have good Vasanas. Vasana doesn't mean negative, bad, dirty, or whatever. No, they are just tendencies. If you are a very loving person, maybe you had good karma, maybe you were very loving in the past, and today in your life you are so loving, you want to hug people, you want to support people, you want to be amongst people, feeding them by just cooking for them, or just by your presence, by your words, your white words. Means you had good karma in past life, that you coming in this life without suffering too much, enjoying life, being peaceful in life, be in harmony with nature, in harmony with people, instead of being the jealous one who all the time has to be jealous of others, or envy. I'm envious. You can come back in this life fearful of everything, you know? So what are the obstacles of a fearful person, you know? It's just being detached from society. I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I don't deserve it. Then you enter in the victimism state, that life is not, this is completely out of mind, what is happening in here. I don't belong to this planet. I'm doing Indian astrology, I'm reading astrology to people, and I can witness to you how much suffering is in planet Earth related to emotions. Because here are the feelings and the emotions. See, the body, the perceiver, and the object. These are related. These three. The body, I'm the perceiver. How do I perceive life? Through the five senses. I'm the seer, I'm the hearer, listener, I'm the taster, I'm the smeller, I'm the toucher. You know, from the skin we have the fifth sense organ that I touch, I feel, I smell, I see. So this is in the realm of the perceiver. I perceive, I feel, and then I think. I think what I I touch something, I feel it, I taste it, I hear it, and then I'm the thinker. I think about this, to relate this to something, somehow. It is cold water? Yes, it is cold water. It tastes salty or sweet? I'm the thinker. It's part of the intellect. My intellect start to analyze and say, this is hot, this is cold, this is salty, this is sugary, this is good, this is bad, this is past, this is future, this is not the moment, maybe it's for tomorrow. Start to analyze life in general through the five senses. Invoking also the memory. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this is the thinker. It's related to the intellect. Yeah, I remember what you told me. The mind, so if the body sees an object and trying to figure out what is this object, this is related to the physical plane. Let's call it like this. I observe life as everything as an object. This is the first of the body, the physical body, right? Then we have the second body is the mind, and the mind feels and got the information through emotion. Oh my God, today I feel so much in love with you, my partner. Today I feel so much anxiousness. Today I feel so much jealousy. Today I feel so much happiness or joy, enthusiasm, curiosity, whatever. Everything related to emotions is related to the body of the mind. We call it the three equipments. So let's call it the equipment of the mind is related to feelings and emotions, right? And then we have the last equipment is the intellect. In astrology, it is related to the planet Mercury, because Mercury is the planet of communication, of discrimination, of the intellect, the higher understanding, the calculation, the writing, the composing. See, an animal is not writing anything. They're not. They are analyzing, but in another way. The animal kingdom doesn't got the intellect. They got the mind, but not the intellect. Remember what we said at the beginning. And this is a sharp tool. The sharpest of the all equipments is the intellect. Is your intellect sharp, or is in your intellect, not cutting? Is the knife cutting well, or is the knife very sharp? Is your intellect very sharp, or your intellect is not functioning very well? There is a trap in intellect, because too much intellect, too much sharpness, too much wanting, and too much the need of understanding everything to the core can lead a person to extreme paranoias, extreme misunderstanding of life. Because as Ayurveda said, when you look to the human body, you look it to its entirety. You don't start to cut one part and to remove with surgery and replacing organs, and technology went very far in the intellect with the need of cutting everything to understand everything. And Indian vision sees as a globality of things. The human being, you cannot cut the human being, you cannot cut the intellect of a human being. You will find nothing all the time in it, because, and this is the point, and this is super important what we are going to say now, the intellect is not permanent. The intellect is changeable. What I think today about life, what I think today about my country, what I think today about my profession, probably today, after 5 or 10 years, it's very different, the impression that I have. Maybe I completely change my point of view related to you, related to maybe a familiar, to my father, or a profession, or something that I loved before, watching football, but maybe today is not anymore the things that I want to do. Maybe I don't want to listen to this music anymore, you know, because my intellect wants a different music. Same as per the mind. The mind, what the mind wants, what my emotions today related to you. Do I still feel anger towards you? Or today I feel better, I'm more peaceful, I'm forgiveful, I'm forgiveful to you. What are the impressions and the impulse that I had inside of me? I was very impulsive of doing sex, and today I just want to make sex in another way. I don't need to rush, I don't need this we change, the mind changes, it's not permanent, and this is what we really need to understand. Nothing is permanent, neither the body. The body will change. You're born like this, you grew up, you get older, the body is changing, right? So I wrote in here, the body, mind and intellect are the 3 equipments of our body. Right? We need them. We have to deal with them. Then we have the perceiver, related to the feelings. Related to the feelings I have, I start to think about this. And this creates the individual ego. And then the object, the emotion and the thoughts is related to life experience. The experience I'm doing into my life is through the object. Object and subject. This is the object. This is the emotion related to this object. And I will create a thought related to this. And this is related to the life experience we have in our life. So the Samaskaras and the Vasanas are something that, especially if they are negative patterns in our life, I cannot stop smoking, I cannot stop drinking, I cannot stop hurting other people physically. Do you really believe in this? It's so hard to get rid of these patterns, this imprint, this impression that we have in our system, in our genetical code, in our memory, that can drive people to really hell and nightmares. We have the 4 major emotions in our life is joy, fear, anger, and sadness. Why do I feel sad all the time? Where it comes from? Do I'm looking happiness through my partner? Better not, just an advice. Don't find happiness through a partner. It won't work. It won't last. Because it's not permanent. And these are the things that we really need to understand. Intelligent or not that you are, maybe you are scientific, maybe you are teaching at school philosophy or mathematics, or maybe you are living in a slum, you're dealing with drugs, or you're a higher spiritual man, or you are a stupid person. All of them are looking for happiness. All of them, without questioning it. And the risk of looking to this happiness is the permanent happiness. Ooh, this is more difficult. To keep happiness every day with all these thoughts and emotion and mind and thinking and memories of the Samaskaras and the Vasanas that are coming into your life, bringing these memories, are you really pretending to be happy every day? Why not? Why not? It is possible. It is possible, and there is something in here. I really want to point the finger on it because it's super important. As the yogis says, the thing is not that I have to transform all the vasanas and all the samskaras that are in my body. Going into the memory, into this dark place, looking into it, this is a shamanic way of healing. And we need to go through it. This is somehow like hugging the shadow. Now we enter in the field of healing the past, healing especially, listen, the child, the inner child who lives inside of us. As I told you at the beginning, we have also the imprint and impressions of our family in the first 4 years of our life. According to shamanism, it's where you decrete, is where you sign the contract of your life for all your life. This is the way you are going to be in your life according to the 4 first years of your life. Yes, it's important what I'm saying, because if you are a mother or about to be a mother or wanting to become a father, think about this. Think about the future of your child. I'm not going into much detail in this, but as I experienced through astrology, that I'm doing a lot of therapy also through massage and everything, I could witness many people saying different things about this. And the karma of the father, the karma of your father play an important role in our life and the happiness in our life that we need to set free from. The father lineage, the mother lineage, be in peace with them, healing everything related to them. And then from your past life, remember that your soul comes with a luggage of imprints from past life that you have to deal with. But this one is invisible, you cannot see it. You can see your father, you can see your mother, you can see your grandfather and grandmother. Some people haven't seen the father, some people haven't seen the mother, right? So they cannot rely on mama, what happened to you before, because I want to understand why I'm behaving like this. It seems that I'm behaving exactly the same as you are behaving, same as the father. So these are the imprint, the karmic impression that they give to us through the genetics of the sperm and the ovule, when they gather together, there is each one memory coming in here. And now, today, I am this, with the luggage, karmic luggage of past life, my past experience, through my soul, my entity. Yeah? Now let's come to this consciousness. Consciousness. There is the teachings about the 5 koshas. Is one class about the 5 koshas, where I do explain about the witness. We become the witness of the 5 bodies. The physical body, we are not the body. The pranic body, today I'm tired, tomorrow I'm full power. The energy is moving, is not permanent, is all the time changeable, like the pranic body. The energetical body is, I'm not the energy, I'm not the mind, because my emotion goes ups and down, today happy, tomorrow sad, or whatever. So I'm not neither the mind, and I'm not the intellect, because today I'm thinking about something. I have this impression about you today, and maybe 5 years ago I was saying you are the best in the world, best person, and today I say, woof, I judge you too much in the good way of, maybe something have changed, but the point is changeable. The intellect is changeable. As per the last of the 5 body, which is the Ananda Maya Kosha, the bliss body, the state of sleeping, deep sleep, like death, like when I'm out of everything, that I'm not conscious of everything. Consciousness is still there. So we can see this in here. Again, I'm not the intellect, I'm not the mind and emotion and impression, I'm not the physical body, so who am I? This is the beautiful question of Indian philosophy. So the consciousness is the one who witnesses everything. And seeing. So the understanding in here is, do I want to keep on screaming to you and creating disasters around me, or terror, because somebody who screams to you is very scary, you know. Something is harming you physically is very painful. Somebody who is all the time complaining, criticizing, it's very heavy energy to be with and next to a person like this. So what is your goal? What is my goal? What is your need? What is my need? What is the must? The must to transform our life from that state of suffering to a state of beatitude, serenity, of bliss. Do I want constant happiness? It's difficult. It's possible. You can go for it. So now we're going to the word of asanas. Vasanas, asanas. Asana means union. Yoga means union. And asana means posture. So through yoga, and this is the beauty of yoga, we can release some of this karmic imprint and impression that we have inside of us. Yoga works on all the 5 bodies, all the 5 koshas. Energetical body, physical body, mental body, intellectual body, and bliss body. By performing the yoga postures, we go deep inside to knock the door to the inner child, waking up this inner child who lives inside of us, and say, hey, wake up. Maybe you have been suppressed because you wanted to play when you were young, and they say, no, don't make noise. You're too noisy boy, naughty boy, shut up, And you stay like this, and they say, okay, I want to play, I cannot play because I'm too loud and you don't like it, so I repress myself, I shut down about my spontaneity. I'm not spontaneous anymore. It's like I have to calculate everything. You have to go to the intellect and going into analyzing, should I say this? Should I not saying this? What is the way should I behave now? Because I love to dance in my room with music, and some of my family came in my room and shut the music and said, this is too noisy, you cannot dance, this is not a dancing place. If you want to dance, you go to the dance school. So all your creativity, the art, the beauty who is inside of you, the need to express yourself, the need to be in touch with your body, your physical body, has been suppressed. So you become a non-creative person. And you can go on and on, examples and examples and examples related to this. How do we suffer today in our life because of the suppressions of our life? Suppression made from 0 to 4 years, related to my family, the educational way I had. What is the education you had? What is the education I had? What I was forced to not do while I was curious. I was playing with something and looking into inside, and you have this puppet, and suddenly you broke it and you find only cotton inside, and your mom say, why did you broke it? I was investigating it by curiosity. I'm a child. I don't know what is this made about. Maybe it's made from one country from Asia. I want to discover. I'm curious. I'm a child. I'm innocent. I need to discover things. Curiosity, enthusiasm, spontaneity, these are the things that we need to get back in our life to avoid going too much into the intellect. Because intellect is, when it's too sharp, the intellect, then we think too much, basically. Too much thinking. And we burn ourselves. And we burn the energy, our fuel. Human being needs energy to function. Like electricity is for the light. Like petrol or gas is for cars. We need prana, we need energy to work on. And yoga, through pranayama, gives, this force, life force, coming back to you, It's like I'm turned off. I don't have any more enthusiasm. I don't know what to do in my life. I feel bored in this life. Maybe you need a push of energy, to remove something in you and sit in a different posture and being here and observing life in another way. So yoga pushes you. Pranayama awakens inside of you, not only awakening a push of enthusiasm, but cleansing the vasana and the samskaras, these wrong tendencies that we carry in our life of being all the time negative and negative and negative. Why don't you want to see life as a positive? Because you have this deep rooted pattern of negativity inside of you that somehow you cannot transform it. You cannot transform the anger that lives inside of you. Even though you go in a shamanic way and you try to heal everything, like de-armoring yourself and going deep, you will resolve a lot of things. You cannot clean everything. You can resolve a lot of traumas, yes, but what is needed, it's to step out from the vasana and the samskaras and adopting new samskaras. Samskaras are like impression of life. I turn myself to something new. So I start to study something new. I start to see the opportunities of life. What is new in life that I don't know? Why should I not allow myself to dance through another rhythm? Maybe this rhythm is better from the rhythm that I was dancing before. I get bored through it. I need new stimulation. A new partner can stimulate me, a partner from maybe Asia or a partner from another part of the world. We can investigate everything. Why should I have always the same partner that speaks my same language, that comes from the same city, the same environment? We grow together and we have the same patterns of our society, because this is another thing. Because in addition to mother and father impressions giving to us from 0 to 4 years, in addition to the karma of my mother and my father and my past life, then we have the karma of our society. It's quite educational karma of our society, which is not the best teachings we can receive at school. So many things that we have to deal with in our life, that if we don't use a powerful tool to release them and to embrace something new, because to embrace something new means I'm detaching slowly from the past impressions and karmas, and to nourish myself. By nourishing myself, I will release these Vasanas. Some of them I've been there in the dark to heal them, yes, but another way of healing is to turn ourselves in another direction and to embrace something new with enthusiasm, with curiosity, with the inner child who lives inside of us, and say, yes, I want to go there. I want to learn something new. I want to learn this instrument. Because I feel good when I drum, drumming session, where I'm here and drumming. I feel good, I feel grounded, I'm feeling unheard, I'm feeling like, if I close my eyes, feeling like being in Africa with the people dancing around me, Or I want an understanding of Indian scriptures, like we are going now. I want to go into yoga. What is yoga? Yoga union. With what? With the divine. Oh, there is the divine. What is the divine? The superior consciousness. Because our witness, our consciousness, the higher consciousness who lives inside of us, detached from the 5 bodies, from the emotions, from the feelings, from the intellect, from the memory, the one who witnessed everything, the one who I've seen you growing all his life, I'm me, and I remember me when I was a child with those emotions, those thoughts. Today I'm thinking like this, and I will die in another way. It's always the same person who witnessed everything. So this is the pure consciousness who lives inside of us, called the Atman. But this Atman is related to the bigger picture, the universe. And this is yoga. Yoga means union with the divine consciousness, something bigger than our small intellect and mind closed in there, saying, I'm this, I'm that. And this is the beautiful sentence, I wrote it in here. The body, the psychic, and our intellect, the 3 together gives the Mr. Ego. I am this. And who you are. You know who I am? This is the hero of your autobiography. All the traumas of your life have been wrote by you, by me, if it is related to me. I wrote all the drama in my personal autobiography. And my God, what happened to my life, and this and that, and up to you. If you want to stick in the memory and the imprint of past life, probably you will suffer. probably will go into sadness, probably will go into frustration in your life. While if you give a chance, for example, to yoga, to really go into yoga and start to remove these toxins that we have, these imprints that we have stuck in our physical body, we go into yoga, then we help ourselves with pranayamas, breathing exercise, to cleanse up all the nadis, the channel we have in our body. And then we go into some lectures like we are doing now for the intellect to understand something bigger, a bigger pictures, like we are doing now. Now we are tapping into Holy Scriptures, to something higher, to something that has been writing 5, 6, 7, 8,000 years ago, I don't know exactly when, by yogis who were sitting in a deep meditation in a moment of Satya Yuga where the energy was much higher than now. Now we are living very in low frequency. And you can see 2020, what happening in today is June, just to point it, and see what is. We are in between eclipse. Today, not long ago, we had the 21 June eclipse, and we're going to the 5th of July eclipse. See the chaos around us. So we are living in the era of ignorance. So let's step into something higher. Let's step in an higher understanding. Let's go also to the heart, the singing, the devotional singing to the divine. Om Triambakanya Jamaye Sugandhim Pushtivartanam Urvarukami Vavandanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amritate. Praying to God, helping, asking for support to the divine, asking for grace, asking for forgiveness. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. To the dear one, you can repeat this to yourself to release the suffering with your mother, the suffering with your brother, the suffering in general with ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. Forgiveness is so important. Wanting the best for you instead of I wish you the shit in the life. Opening the heart chakra, Anahata Yoga Shala. Anahata Yoga Shala, it has the name to the school in Kopangan about opening the heart chakra, opening the devotion, the unconditional love, opening to the higher understanding that somehow there is an entity inside of us related to the huge entity, the Shiva consciousness, the Grand Spirit, the Purusha we call it. See, yoga postures, pranayamas, studies, intellectual studies, bigger picture of the world, bhakti yoga, and then you enter in bhakti yoga is the devotion of the heart, singing to God, singing a prayer, supporting another person, asking for forgiveness. And then we have also the Raja Yoga, the meditation, the Dhyana Yoga, the concentration. There is many postures we can use for meditation. So this is basically, and in a very short time, what are the Vasanas and the Samaskaras. It's not an easy subject, but somehow it's very easy to understand. If you do your practice, if you turn yourself to something different in your life, you get out from the bad habits and the I'm like this. No, you're not like this. Don't stick in one thing. I'm a morning person. I'm a night person. I'm a coffee drinker, I'm a smoker. Get out of these wrong patterns, wrong habits, and not a drinker. And get out from this and be a yogi. Basically, be a yogi. Easier. You breathe life. You are in touch with the solar system and the planets. You figure out the bigger pictures of everything. So let's have just a little bit, few minutes to let sink all these talks inside of us, trying to feel, really to feel what we were talking today about. Just close your eyes. If you want to put your hand on your heart chakra or in your belly, and trying to feel what do you want in life? What did you understand about these teachings? Sit straight, spinally straight. Let fall into the heart chakra. Inhale and exhale deeply. Three times. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. Feel your heart, your belly. And feel the presence of the consciousness who lives inside of you, the soul, the Atman, the witness, the one who sees everything, the one who sees everything from the room. It's like you want to see the moon, and you are inside your room. You need to see it from the window. If there is no window, you cannot see the moon. And this is where you are. You see the world through your eyes. Now, not the eyes who are seeing, it's you, inside of you, the witness, the soul, the entity, that through the eyes you can see the world and you can see the moon. This is the witness who lives inside of you. Inhale and exhale. Feeling love into your heart, feeling your presence inside your body. This very subtle presence of your soul. Okay, let's come back slowly. Grab your hands, the closed eyes. Create the heat. Put your hands on your eyes. Feel the nourishment of the energy, the heat of your hands, the palm of your hands, entering from the eyes into your heart, embracing your soul and being in touch with the inner self. And then slowly open your eyes. Put your hands in Namaskar Mudra. This is enough for today. Thank you for your attention.